Today's class we shall start with contract costing. Acha, what is contract costing? Contract costing is a variation of job costing. Okay, it's a variation of job costing. Now, what is job costing? Job costing means when we are undertaking any contract, okay, on the basis of customer's order. Fine. That means we are doing the work as per customer's specification. Okay, contract costing is a variation, means a type of job costing. Okay, generally contract costing is applied in building industries and promoting industries and all that. Right. Nothing more to say about this. This is here and all about the concept of contract costing. We will straight away move to the sum. It will be better for you to understand. Now look at this sum. The following information relates to contract for rupees 12 lakh. Okay, the entire selling price of the contract is 12 lakh. That means you have undertaken a contract to construct a building maybe, and you have told that the contract price is 12 lakh. Okay, by the time I'll be showing this video, you can start copying the sum. It will be easier for you, okay, if you have a reference. The following information relates to contract for rupees 12 lakh. That means my selling price of contract is rupees 12 lakh. The contracted paying 90% of the value of work done as certified by the architect and rest on completion of money. Okay, that is 90% I have received cash. 90% of the value of work certified is cash receipt. Remaining is the retention money. What is retention money? Retention money means if when suppose 1/4 of my work is done, okay, 1/4 half of my work is done. Okay, the architect came and told, say, okay, fine, your half of the construction is absolutely done, so I certify this work and your value of work comes to this much. Value means the selling price. It's not necessary that the architect will determine the selling price. Selling price is upon you. You determine the selling price. Now, you went to your the person who gave you the contract. Okay, you went to the contractee. Contractee told, fine, you have finished half of the work, very good, but you have shown me the architect's certificate as well, so I agree that you have completed half of the work, but I will not pay you the entire selling price for the half work. Suppose half work comes to, selling price of half work comes to 6 lakhs. He said, I will pay you 90% of 6, that is 5 lakh 40, and remaining 60,000 I will keep as retention money. Achha, why this retention money is kept? Retention money is kept by the contractee if later anywhere contractor is not able to fulfill any of the specifications given by the contractee, then the contractee can deduct that amount. Okay, so that is why this is the concept behind retention money. Achha, what are the informations given? Material issued from stores. So material required for construction is 2,85,000. Materials purchased for the contract 91,000. Normal loss of material 1960. Okay. Plant installed at site 1,76,000 is the opening balance of plant installed. Wages paid to workers 4,62,000. Direct labor. Okay. Direct expenses paid to contract 53,000. Overhead expenses paid 39,000. Direct expenses accrued on 31st March 2004. That means my outstanding expenses 6,200 of the plant and material charged to contract. Plant which cost 9,600. Okay, and materials costing 8,400 were lost. Okay, work certified is 9,70,000. 9,70,000 for work has been certified. Charge depreciation on plant at the rate of 10%. I hope you have copied the sum so far. I'll wait for a few minutes. Okay, I feel copying the sum is done. Okay, so now let us start with the solution. Okay. Ah, okay. Um, First, what we'll prepare? We'll prepare a contract account. Okay, contract account for the year ended 31st March 2004. Fine. Achha, what is the first item that we have discussed over there? Materials issued from stores. So here we'll write 2 materials issued from stores. How much? 2,85,000. Next is 2 materials purchased. Okay, these materials were separately purchased for the contract. It was not there in the stores. So you recorded 91,000. Next is normal loss. We don't record normal loss of materials. I think you have done it earlier as well. We don't record normal loss. We record only abnormal loss. Okay. Acha. Next is plant installed at site. So we'll write 2 plant at site. You may write BD. You may not write BD. That is brought down or opening balance. It's your wish. Okay. It's 1,76,000. 2 wages paid. 2 wages paid. How much it's coming to? 4,62,000. Next is 2 direct expenses paid. Direct expenses how much? 53,000. Next is overhead expenses. 2 overhead expenses paid. It's coming to 39,000. Acha, what is there? Direct expenses. I've told you there was a direct expenses accrued, means outstanding, as on 31st March 2004. Acha, expenses outstanding. When I am writing, this is my asset. Okay, I am writing the opening balance of the asset in the debit side. So closing balance of the asset will be in the credit side. So if the closing balance of asset is in the credit side, then closing balance of liabilities will obviously be in the debit side. This is no rule. This is just a shortcut technique to remember, because if I explain you the logic, you'll forget, but you will remember the shortcut technique. We know the asset opening balance debit, we know liabilities opening balance credit. When we write provision for bad debt, we always write opening balance by balance BD. So closing balance will be in the debit side. 2 direct expenses accrued. Direct expenses accrued CD. It's coming to how much? 6,200. Okay. Debit side is over. Now let us start with the credit side. So what to write in the credit side? Normal loss of materials not to be considered, but material costing 8,400 were lost. So by profit and loss account, loss of materials, how much? 8,400. Then by profit and loss account again. Why? Because there was a plant which cost 9,600 of the plant and material. Just listen to the line once again. Of the plant and material charged to the contract, plant which cost 9,600 and materials costing 8,400 were lost. We have recorded materials lost. Now we'll record loss of machine or loss of plant, because it's written plant over here. So we'll write plant. Now nothing else. We have completed all the expenses. Adjustments are also done. Achha, here it is written charge depreciation on plant at the rate of 10%. That means I have a opening balance of plant. Opening balance of asset is given. So you have to write the closing balance of asset as well. So you'll write by plant at site CD. Okay. Achha, how much? What will be the value of the closing balance of the asset? Achha, let us do a workings on this. How much was my opening WDV of asset? Opening WDV of asset was how much it was? Opening WDV of asset was 1,76,000. Fine. Opening WDV of asset was 1,76,000. So you write over here 1,76,000. From there was some loss, abnormal loss, plant lost. The plant loss is obviously not a normal loss. Acha, 9,600 was my plant lost. Since no date is mentioned, I assume that it is at the beginning of the year. Okay, it is just an assumption. From there we'll deduct depreciation at the rate of 10%. This is my closing WDV before charging depreciation, 1,66,400. Depreciation comes to 16,640. Okay, and my closing WDV comes to 1,49,760. This is my closing WDV. Okay, this is my closing WDV. So here by plant at site CD will write how much? 1,49,760. Fine. So this all are my cost of contract. Okay, I incurred materials costing at these two are my materials cost. Means to construct my building I had purchased materials worth 2,85,91,000. I had used plant worth 1,76,000. I have paid wages this much. I have paid direct expenses this much. I have paid overhead expenses this much. Okay, this is my outstanding expenses added. Is there any loss of material that I have deducted from my total expenses? And this opening balance of plant and closing balance of plant, this difference shows that how much value of plant has been used for your contract. Okay, in many solution you may see that only depreciation, they calculate only two depreciation, they don't give you the opening balance and closing balance, all the same thing. You may either show opening balance or closing balance, or you can directly show the depreciation over here. Okay, it's your wish, whatever you do, it's your wish, but I prefer showing the opening balance or and closing balance, because when you started your contract you had a plant of 1,76,000 and you when ended the contract the plant's value was 1,49,760. So this reduction in value of the plant is obviously because you have used this much value of the plant for your contract. Okay, so here we'll come to by cost of contract CD. It's coming to how much? 9,44,440. Okay. 11,12,200. This much, hopefully this much it's clear. Okay, next we'll proceed further. So here we'll write 2 cost of contract brought down. How much? 9,44,940. Okay, and how much was the Value of work certified was 9,70,000. That means the amount of work that you have completed, for completing that much amount of work you had incurred a cost of 9,44,940. Now you have incurred a cost of this much, but obviously you will not sell the plant, you will not sell your building for 9,44,940. Selling price will be different. Okay, so what would be the selling price? 9,70,000. How do you arrive at this amount? This amount is given over in the sum. Work certified, value of work certified is 9,70,000. So here we'll write by contractee's account. By contractee, value of work certified, how much? 9,70,000. Okay, so this is the selling price of the part of the building construction that you have completed, and this is the cost of completing that construction. So selling price minus cost will obviously be your notional profit. To notional profit, and it's coming to how much? 25,560. Okay, and total is obviously 9,70,000. Next is finding out the portion of work completed. Okay. Portion of work completed. How do you find out the portion of work completed? It will find out by work certified divided by contract price multiplied by 100. What does it imply? When I will complete the entire construction of building, I'll sell the building for 12 lakh. Now, since I have completed a part of the building, I am selling the building for 9,70,000. That means how much is completed? It's coming to approx 80.8%, which is around 81%, is more than 80%. Okay. Now we will find out the amount of profit to be transferred to profit and loss account. Profit to be transferred to profit and loss account. It will be 2/3 into notional profit, okay, into cash received by work certified. Notional profit came to how much? Notional profit came to 25,560. The 2/3 into 25,560 into cash received. How much is cash received? 90% of work certified. So we can simply write 90%. The cash received is 90% of work certified, so we can simply write it 90%. It's coming to 15,336. Fine. So your profit provision, that means we are actually creating a provision of profit. How much is your notional profit? 25,560. Out of that, you are recording in PL account 15,336, and you are keeping in provision a profit of 10,224. Okay. So here, after we are done with this, here we'll write by notional profit BD. This is not net profit, notional profit 25,560 to profit and loss account. That is a 2/3 amount that we calculated, 15,336, and balancing figure will be to profit provision CD. Okay. If you have any queries regarding the sum, you can feel free to contact me. Okay. So this is the very basic sum on contract costing. Okay, a very basic sum. Okay, thank you.